All right, welcome back to another review, and today we're going to be taking a look at The Defenders of the Earth, Ming The Merciless by NECA. So before we get into taking a look at this guy, let's take a look at his accessories. All right, so starting off, I want to take a look at Ming's sword, and this is beautifully done. I mean, they have outdone themselves with this sword. I mean, look at the hilt, the guard, the hand guard. I mean, it's beautiful, colored in gold. The way the actual detail that they have done. It's supposed to be dragon scales, maybe, or like dragon, you know, to represent like a dragon wing. I don't know. It's just cool looking. And then the gold comes around, and then you have the actual other part of the hand guard on this side. Very nice. And you look at the hilt, and they have put a little detail for the hand grip, and then the bottom, it's painted in purple with silver with some red and a little bit of gold. Very nice. They did a great job. And then going on to the actual blade itself, you have black paint with some red right inside there, and then down the blade and the blood groove itself all the way to the tip, you have what is a red diamond, and that is cool. That is a cool looking sword. Very nice. Now moving on, we have Ming's blaster, and this blaster is pretty neat. I mean, it's got plenty of detail. It's casted in like a blue. It's a blue, but it has a metallic paint. That's what I was trying to think of. So it has some metallic paint and some nice detail, nice little bit of black wash on it, and that's it. Just a blaster. Has a little peg hole right there for a blast effect. Otherwise, just a nice little accessory that they threw in with this figure itself. So yeah, nice job with that. And then you have an extra trigger hand that Ming comes with, and as you can see, he has his dragon ring on his finger here. So that's a nice little detail that they added to this to the hand. His other hand has it on there as well, but it's just nice that they include these details on these figures. So that's a really nice thing. And then before I forget, I have to say we have sorry about that, there's something going out my door. Here's the blast effects that they come with, and you just plug that right over on top of the gun like that, and then you have this little blast effect, and then you have the super long blast effect where it comes off the gun and it's hitting whoever he's shooting at. So that's actually really cool that they've done that. And then you have the fact that it's just casted in a clear type of blue plastic. Now mine's just slightly bent, but that can be fixed with a little warm water and straightening out. It's just the way it comes in the package, because of the fact that this side is higher than this side. So I'll probably just heat this up and just kind of hold it like this till it bends back, and then just kind of try to store it or put it on the blaster itself if I have him doing that. And then let's not forget, give me 1 second to get this out of his hand. All right, so then we have his staff, and starting at the bottom of his staff, he has the little red ball or orange. It's like a reddish orange, like a kind of like a blood orange color at the bottom there. I'm trying to get this to focus. And then moving up, we have 2 gold rings, and the rest of the staff is black. And this is what I want to get into right here. The dragon head on the top of this staff. Yes, you have the gold rings going to the bottom, but look at the fin on the back of this dragon. It's great the way that they did this. Very well done, very well done. Great detail that they've added in on this guy. Now this side over here, just really quick, I'll go back to that side in a second, but just really quick, you have the back fins. The fins are nice and clear, like a clear purple plastic. Moving to the dragon's head, right here on the side of the head, you have this nicely, it's painted like in a blood red or, you know, orangish red color. And then moving down to the scales of the eye. Now this eye here, it does have red. There you go. You can see it right there. And then you go down to the face and look at the detail of the teeth all the way down to the tongue. And as the tongue inside the mouth is red, it comes out and it turns more to like a stone color. That's cool. And then you have the teeth. Well, on this side, they're purple. They're not really, you know, they're not painted. But on this side here, it looks like they try adding a little bit of silver paint. Maybe that's just me, but that's what it looks like to me. Yep, there it is. There's like a little bit of silver paint that's on there that they try to do like a little bit of a wash. And then back to the side of the head. Now this eye is more prominent. Like you can really see the red in that eye. But otherwise, I mean, this is great detail. It's a beautiful staff. Beautiful staff. All right, now let's get into taking a look at Ming the Merciless himself. I have to say, NECA has smacked this one out of the park when it comes to this figure right here. Now I have the Phantom, and the Phantom is, if you didn't see that review, go check him out. The Phantom is a cool figure. He's nice looking, but when it comes to the detail and the paint and the colors that Ming has on him, I'm not saying that the Phantom doesn't look good for what the Phantom is. You know, all his muscle structure and everything in his suit, yes, it shows up. But Ming, they really put a lot of detail. Now I know there's another Ming out there, but this is the Ming that, yes, I mean, let's take a look at this guy. Look at the paint, starting at the head, making our way down to the feet. So his head covering right here. I mean, look at that little star that he has on top of the head with a little red dot in there. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Look at the paint on this face sculpt. Look at the face sculpt all on its own. I don't know if the eyes are coming through, but that to me is crazy detail. That is crazy, crazy detail. That's like they just took him right off of the actual show and brought him to life. I know in the movie, yeah, in the movie he was menacing looking, and in this figure here, he's menacing looking as well. I love the way they did the yellow paint going around the actual, whatever you would call this, going around his neck on his uniform. The nice lines going through, give it all that textured detail. His beard coming down, the eyebrows. I mean, beautiful. Making his way down here to the rest of his uniform. The gold, the little bit of wash they put on the rope going across. I mean, that's nice. All of it. Very nice. Moving down to the chest, you have some red and blue paint. Very well done. And let's not forget about this detail that he has on his shoulders here. And the back. I mean, look at that. Since we're down at the waist, the gold and black on the belt itself, making our way to the front with the purple, the greens, the reds, the yellows, beautiful. And then this detail here on his tunic that comes down. Tunic? Is that right? Is that the right word? Whatever. This piece that comes down here. Look at that dragon. The detail on that dragon itself is nice. But what makes it even nicer is the paint job that they've done on it. That's beautiful. Same thing with his wrist guards. He's got some red, he's got some blue. There's a little bit of, see, a little bit of paint smudge right there on this gauntlet here. Not too bad though. Not anything to drive you crazy. His nails are all painted black. This one not so great, but still, it doesn't matter. You're really not gonna see it. The other hand, nicely painted black nails. And then there's that ring again. The detail to the ring, very nice. Where Ming has his powers. And then down to his boots, you know, from his legs down to his boots, which, you know, just standard blue color down to all black. Now, the other thing that he comes with is this beautiful, beautiful bendy wired cape. Nice, kind of silk looking, purple on the outside, red on the inside. I like the way it has that like silky look to it on the inside, and then the beautiful texture that they've done on the outside. I have to say NECA has done a fabulous, fabulous job with this guy. Now getting into articulation, his head can move side to side. And of course, because of this here, he can look up. I mean, for that being right there, he can look up pretty far. Looking down because of, you know, the hair that blocks him from really kind of looking down. You can give him a little bit of a push, but he can look down that far. Head tilt, yeah, some head tilt. Give him a little bit more of expression, which is nice. As far as the arms going out, they can move out about that far. Not too bad, not too bad at all. He has a bicep swivel, and then his arms will rotate all the way around, giving him double jointed elbows, so you get a nice bend here as well. And then you have his wrist swivel, and then of course his hand moves side to side. He has his abdomen articulation for his, you know, ab crunch, which that's a nice ab crunch. Not bad at all. This does get in the way a little bit, so that's about as far as you're gonna get. And he can bend back that far. He has a waist swivel, it's nice and tight. Then moving down to the legs, he can do the splits about that far. His leg can move forward about that far because this whole piece gets in the way. He has, let's see, mine are tight. Double jointed knees. And this double jointed knee, I mean, that's great. That's a great range for a double jointed knee that you can get. And if you want to know, yes, he can get that foot all the way up to the back right there. So getting him back, and then he has a boot swivel. It's a little tight, but he does have a boot swivel. His foot can pivot that far forward, that far back. That's a nice range right there. And then it can also hinge side to side. And then yes, he has the toe hinge in the front. So yes, they have done a fabulous job with this guy. And before I forget, you pull his hand out. That's the wrong hand. So I guess you would have, because that's the ring hand. So you would pull this hand out. Just goes to show I'm not paying attention. Pull that one out. Pop this one in, and they are tight. And the nails are sharp, man. Look at that. Look at that. They poke little holes in my thumb. So just pop that in there. And then take his blaster. Now I have not done this. You take his blaster, kind of move his hands out of the way. And there you go. And now you can have, let me see what I can do here. Death to Ming. You can have Ming standing there. Hold on. Let me try this one here. I haven't tried this one either. I put the staff in his hand and that's all I did. So let's get this guy. Come on. Oh man. Gotta kind of move his fingers out because you have that guard there. Yeah, it's gonna be a little difficult. Careful. Whoa. I'm struggling, y'all. Struggling to get this in his hand on camera. Just gotta work it in there. There we go. There you go. And now you can have Ming. Just give him a little pose here. Come on. That trigger finger really doesn't make it in there. I guess if you forced it in there, well, there you go. You can get it in there because mine was kind of just sitting on the outside of the gun. Yeah, see, it hits right here. Sorry, it hits right there on the actual guard. So you got to kind of bring his finger down, turn it over, and then that kind of pushes the finger down. So we're just going to kind of leave it like so. And let's see if we can get Ming to somewhat give us a little bit of a realistic kind of pose without it looking goofy. There we go. And there's Ming holding his blaster. All right, guys, let's get into some comparisons and see how he compares to a couple other figures that I have out here. So here's how he compares to Mumra, Super 7's Eva Living. Here's how he compares to Action Force Sergeant Slaughter. Here's how he compares to the Phantom, the Ghost That Walks, which is another Defenders of the Earth. And here he is with all three of them around. I'm sorry I don't have any more comparisons to compare this guy to, but here they are all together. And I have to say, they all fit wonderfully in the same world. I mean, you can just jam these guys all into the same world and they fit. All right, guys, so in closing with this guy here, I mean, he is beautifully done. I didn't have that ailment of joints being too tight and then snapping from when these guys first came out. So I don't know if that was corrected or what, and I know I said that with the Phantom review as well, but this guy here, he moves. And if you are a Defenders of the Earth fan, or you like Ming or whatever characters you like in this line, pick them up. These guys are awesome. They are awesome. They did a great job. And yes, the cape adds to it. The cloth cape with the bendy wire. This is, every time I do a review, like my Doctor Strange and stuff like that, I just want to say, this is the type of cape I'm talking about that these guys should come with. This guy was a reasonable price, and he has this bendy wired cape, which is fantastic. Fantastic. Now I picked this guy up off a Big Bad Toy Store, but that's all I'm saying. It's just, it doesn't matter. NECA did a bang up job with this guy. The cape, the accessories, the sculpt, 100% fabulous. Well, with that being said, guys, if you are a fan of NECA, or if you are a fan of the Defenders of the Earth and you have not picked this guy up, pick him up. Pick him up. He is well worth the price of admission. With that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe, share, and as always, leave a comment down below. And please hit that notification bell so you're always notified from when I'm putting up new content. And guys, last but not least, there are a lot of us out there that are making this kind of content, and yeah, check them out, support them, just like you do me. Support everybody who is out there doing this, and it's not easy to do. And for those of us that are out there doing it, we're doing it for fun, and we're doing it because we enjoy doing it, and we like to show off the figures that we get for our collection. You know, I'm not Big Bad Toy Store, NECA, you know, whatever type of line, Hasbro, it doesn't matter. I don't work for them. I don't, you know, they don't, I can't think of it right now because my mind is just not working, and I don't know why this always happens, but it does. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Support these lines, especially if you like these lines. Support the people that are doing this type of content, and yeah, just keep showing the love. Keep showing the love. I appreciate everybody who comes in and watches my videos and leaves comments, and I get back to everybody as soon as I can. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for everybody for your feedback and everything else. I really appreciate it, and I'm going to keep going with it. And yeah, thanks. And yes, I agree with The Amazing when he came out and said everybody should be supporting one another when it comes down to making this type of content, because it's not always easy, and that's all I have to say about that one. So I had to throw that in there because I felt like it needed to be said. Anyway, guys, thank you so much, and I will catch you on the flip.